Okay, I believe we have a quorum, so we're going to go ahead and get going. We'll start with the roll call, and then we will adjourn to closed session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. If you can please state your name for the record. Members from the City of Colton.
Frank Navarro. David Toro.
Thank you. Members from the City of Loma Linda.
Phil Duper.
Members from the County of San Bernardino 2nd District.
IVDA is present.
Member from the County of San Bernardino 5th District.
Baca Jr. present.
Thank you. And members from the City of San Bernardino.
Councilmember Ibarra.
Fred Charette. Mario Flores.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk, do we have any closed session public comment?
No, sir, we do not.
Thank you very much. At this time, we're going to adjourn to closed session. Okay, we are coming back from closed session. I'm going to ask Mr. Lewin to report back on any actionable items.
We do not have any reportable actions this evening.
Thank you, sir. Moving into our open session, we're going to do the roll call once more, as we normally do. Madam Clerk?
Yes, if you can please state your name for the record. Members from the City of Colton.
Frank Navarro. David Toro.
Thank you. Members from the City of Loma Linda.
Phil Duper?
Member from the County of San Bernardino 2nd District.
IVDA is present.
Member from the County of San Bernardino 5th District.
Baca Jr. present.
And members from the City of San Bernardino.
Councilmember Ibarra.
Mario Flores present. Fred Charette.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I've asked if Council Member Ibarra would lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Yes, please stand. Place your hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Burrows, are there any items to be added or deleted?
No items, sir, but we will point out there were some minor corrections in the budget document. Handouts are on your respective dais positions, and Mr. Kuzno will be going over those during that item.
Okay, thank you very much. We will deal with any conflicts of interest if they arise, and we'll move on to Section G, informational items, beginning with 2A.
So I have just one. Now that we have the City of San Bernardino's approval on the traffic control plan, we have a project update page that will be added to the website. This closure went into effect as of today, and it primarily impacts the Sterling Avenue portion between 5th and 3rd. So there is a detour route that is depicted there, and we will be continuing to update this as the project continues to move forward. Again, this will be on the website after this meeting in both English and Spanish. That concludes my report.
Okay, thank you, sir. We have the board consent items.
Baca Jr. moves consent calendar. Second.
Did you catch that?
I did. Thank you,
Okay.
sir. We have a motion by Member Baca and a second by Member Charette. If you can please state your votes for the record. Member Navarro.
Yes.
Member Toro.
Yes.
Member Duper.
Yes, ma'am.
Member Rigsby. Rigsby is absent at this time. Member Baca.
Baca Jr. aye.
Member Armendariz.
IVDA is aye.
Member Flores.
Yes.
Member Ibarra.
Yes.
Thank you. And Member Charette.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Moving into Section I, board action items, beginning with number 7.
Good evening. Submitting for board approval is the form of amendment number 4 to the lease with Child Care Resource Center, also known as CCRC, and extend the term of the lease for an additional 5 years at SBD Corporate Center, also known as DFAS 1. Approval of this item will authorize the CEO to execute amendment number 4 to the lease agreement from July 1, 2025 through June 30th, 2030. It's recommended the board approve this lease agreement subject to conforming changes as approved by legal counsel.
Move the item. I'll second.
We have a first by Mayor Navarro, second by Supervisor Baca.
Thank you. We have a motion by Member Navarro and a second by Member Baca. Please state your votes for the record. Member Navarro.
Yes.
Member Toro.
Yes.
Member Duper.
Yes.
Member Baca.
Baca Jr. aye.
Member Armendariz? Member Flores?
Yes.
Member Ibarra?
Yes.
And Member Charette?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Number 8, consider and adopt the Inland Valley Development Agency successor agency budget for fiscal year 25-26. Mr. Kuzma.
Thank you, Mayor. We'll start with a presentation on our funding structure. You can see that what we do is we receive our tax increment proceeds, which funds our debt service as well as our principal and interest, along with our administrative allowance that we receive to operate those portions of the successor agency. This flows into the redevelopment obligation. It's the retirement fund, which is our main operating fund for the successor agency. We do have a capital projects fund. However, it's inactive as all the projects have been completed. Next slide, please. We will receive approximately $16,900,000 in tax increment during this fiscal year, and that is the sole source. I would like to point out that our last report from the Department of Finance for the period of July through December showed that we received $54.6 million for the IVDA project area in tax increment dollars, and $29.4 million of that is available to fund our enforceable obligations. Of that is what the $17 million will go to for our debt service as well as the administrative allowance. Next slide, please. And that is our uses, and that completes the slide presentation, as that is going to the RORF to pay the debt service. Moving to, let's see, page 72. This is our proposed budget for the year. You can see that we're receiving in revenue property tax increment of $16.9 million, and the expenditures include interest expense for the 2014 and tabs A and B, that's tax anticipation bonds, for $10 million, and then you will see that the principal of $6,130,000, along with our administrative allowance and adjustments for the two-year true-up, come to the total amount of $16.873 million for our expenditures for the year, leaving a small balance of about $47,000. That concludes my report. I'd be happy to answer any questions, and we ask that you consider and adopt this budget.
Questions from the dais?
Baca moves.
Okay, Supervisor Baca, Mayor Navarro.
Thank you. We have a motion by Member Baca and a second by Member Navarro. Please state your votes for the record. Member Navarro.
Yes.
Member Toro.
Yes.
Member Duper.
Yes.
Member Baca.
Baca Junior, aye.
Member Armendariz.
Armendariz, aye.
Member Flores.
Yes.
Member Ibarra.
Yes.
And Member Charette.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So that we dispensed with the successor agency, we'll move on to the Joint Powers Authority budget.
This, once again, we will start with a structure of our fiscal flows. As you can see, that the majority of our revenues come from lease revenues and other sources, grant and debt proceeds, and then there is a small amount of tax increment proceeds, which is received in the form of the administrative allowance from the successor agency. That flows into the IVDA JPA and then moves into appropriate funds for that. So we have the general fund, our capital projects fund, which at this point in time is inactive. We do have it, but we run our capital projects through our general fund using a system of capital project codes. We have a debt service fund that is also inactive, and then we have two enterprise funds, our water and sewer and the UAS Center at SBD. And then we have our reserve fund, base reuse obligation reserve fund. Slides overview generally of the budget. Our projected revenues are based on our conservative estimates, as well as some of we are subject to timing and magnitude sometimes when it comes to some of these. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Our debt service fund, as I mentioned, carries no debt and is inactive. The general fund's economic development reserve is approximately $3.1 million. Our proposed capital improvements budget for this year includes $5.8 million in grant revenues, one from the the United States Department of Commerce Economic Development Agency for $2.8 million. That is for the Sterling project. And then we have a Department of Transportation grant for the 3rd Street improvements of $3 million. That will help enable us to deliver $8.6 million in projects. That includes 3rd and 5th Street for $397,000. Tenant improvements in Building 48 for $125,000. The EDA grant Sterling Avenue for $3.6 million. Tenant improvements at DFAS 1 or the SBD Corporate Center for $540,000. Tenant improvements at Building 58 for $250,000. Getting our Building 48 solar system for $283,000, which includes repairs as well as potential payment for the system. And then the final piece is our DOT grant for the 3rd Street improvements for $3.4 million. You can see that our sources include the general fund for $12.8 million, the water and sewer fund for $265,000, and the UAS Center at SBD for $538,000. Those are the sources as they flow into the funds. And then moving into the uses, we follow the same pattern. The general fund for $15,691,000, almost $692,000. Water and sewer fund for $215,000 of expenditures, and then the UAS Center at SBD for $495,000 of expenditures. Let's see. And then if we move to page 91, we will start with the general fund summary. On 91. This one I'd like to at least go a little, well, not too long, but I ran current budget to actuals as of today. And the good news is we are already, our 2 major revenue lines, our leases and license revenue, we're at 98% for the fiscal year, as well as 132% for the UAS Center training fee revenue. So those are moving along. I'd also like to report that all our expenditure line, our budget classes are well within expectation, and we'll go through that on page 91. If you look through it, all our the proposed budget, you can sit there and see that we have changes that have occurred. As overall, we are looking for revenue changes of about 9.5% increase. We're looking for lease license revenue to increase from $2.7 million to just $3.1 million this year. That's a 13.9% increase. That will be coming partially from Building 58, future other leases that we anticipate to receive, as well as the ongoing revenue with extension of other leases. The administrative allowance from the successor agency is going to decrease by about $50,000 this year due to the true-up that occurs annually, which covers a 2-year look-back. Federal grants, we're looking at a $210,000 decrease, mostly because we spent part of that money already and will not be expecting to obviously receive it again. And then we have contributions from other governments of $1 million. That we will be receiving, and then participation revenue of $2.4 million. This item is the one that is subject to timing that comes because it comes from our Northgate development project where we have a share in the development with our project partners, and as they develop the property and able to sell them or lease them, then we participate in those revenue streams. And then and that concludes that part. Are there any questions on the revenues? We'll move to expenditures. Also on this page, we have all the budget classes listed. So I will start with budget class 510, personnel costs. We're looking at a small increase this year of $36,484. It's about a 2.9% increase. Insurance is increasing about 9.5%, from $311,000 to $341,000. That reflects just the hardening of the market as well as our loss experience. Professional services, we're looking at a small decrease this year of from $1,411,000 to $1,361,000. Utilities is flat for all reasonable characteristics. We did not need to do any adjustments this year for utilities. Telecommunications is flat. Budget class 550, repairs and maintenance, is decreasing by almost, or a little over 32%, as we've completed a number of repairs that we've had to, as far as our heating and ventilation and air conditioning. Parts and supplies is increasing a little from $99,400 to $101,000. We have category budget class 571 is decreasing from $410,870 to $385,900, or a 6.1% decrease. And then we have our expenses and expenditures for parts under $500,000, which is increasing significantly as we obtain more experience with coding in our old budget, or in this budget this year. We found this is the line item that needed the most expense. And within the budget class. So that is increasing 80.3%, or $83,700. And that includes all the total non-capital expenditures, a very modest decrease of 0.5%. Within also the other financing sources and other financing uses, we have a general fund transfer to the UAS Center to provide working capital, which is decreasing $120,000 from last year's budget, a 25.5% decrease, which reflects the continuing success of the revenues that are being generated from the UAS Center. Our public transportation network support payments remain flat at $2 million, and that conclude overall a 4.8% decrease in that category. I would be happy to answer any questions on the detail budget line items if you have any. Other than that, that concludes my presentation. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
I have a first from Supervisor Baca and a second by Mayor Navarro.
Thank you. We have a motion by Member Baca and a second by Member Navarro. Please state your votes for the record. Member Navarro?
Yes.
Member Toro?
Yes.
Member Duper?
Yes.
Member Baca?
Baca Junior, aye.
Member Armendariz?
Armendariz, aye.
Member Flores?
Yes.
Member Ibarra?
Yes.
And Member Charette?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Moving on to item number 10, professional services agreements.
Thank you, Mayor. We have a number of professional service agreements that we enter into each year, and these provide services on an as-needed basis, from a time and materials or time and supplies basis. We have the amount not to exceed amounts listed here on page 102. That shows the type, and we monitor these at a contract level as well as in the budget line item. And those contracts require that if there be less than the CEO's purchasing authority, that we would then come back and request an increase for that amount as they're specifically improved. And for amounts that exceed that are on here, we'd also come back to the board for their approval if we need to amend these contracts because there's an additional need for services. With that, we would ask that you consider and approve this item. Thank you.
Move to approve.
Okay, I have first by Member Ibarra. Second by Supervisor Baca.
Thank you. We have a motion by Member Ibarra and a second by Member Baca. Please state your votes for the record. Member Navarro?
Yes.
Member Toro?
Yes.
Member Duper?
Yes.
Member Baca?
Baca Junior, aye.
Member Armendariz?
Armendariz, aye.
Member Flores?
Yes.
Member Ibarra?
Yes.
And Member Charette?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 11, review the status of the action plan for the IVDA.
First off, thank you for our new budgets. We do appreciate that. I want to particularly thank Mr. Cousineau, the finance staff, all of the staff for their efforts and input, particularly in this budget cycle, being that this is the first one being presented and controlled under the new financial software that we've transitioned to. So it is a very powerful tool, but it was certainly a work in progress there as we populated this. But thank you for your support. Moving forward at your next meeting, we would have a refresh look ahead of the action plan In addition, as discussed last meeting, we will be looking at opportunities to calendar workshops on the new business plan update for the upcoming 5-year and 10-year outlook. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, sir. Any questions from the dais? Seeing none, we will move on to open session public comment. At this time, I'm going to ask the clerk to give me the speaker slips. I believe we have approximately 20. Because of that high number, we're going to use chair prerogative, and we are going to limit comments to 1 minute and 2 minutes for Spanish speakers. And then, Mr. Lewin, did you want to make a comment about pending litigation?
Yes, I would just like to advise everybody so you understand any questions or comments that would be directed toward matters that involve litigation or currently in litigation. The board is absolutely unable to respond or answer any of those questions. They're not meaning to put you off or so. That is on the advice of legal counsel. All discussions that relate to matters that are subject to litigation are required under the Brown Act to take place in the closed session. So just please be aware of that. If you should answer a question and the board does not respond, they are doing so as a direction of legal counsel.
Thank you, sir. All right, I'd like to invite up Delia Guzman.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Delia Guzmán y soy de las comunidades del aeropuerto de San Bernardino. Y estoy aquí nuevamente y seguiré una y muchas más veces aquí dando mi comentario público.
Good afternoon, my name is Delia Guzman and I am from the San Bernardino Airport communities, and I am here once again, and I will continue to be here time and time again sharing my public comments before you.
Ante ustedes, hasta que nuestras voces sean escuchadas y nuestras propuestas de mejoras de infraestructura y calidad de vida sean realizadas.
And I will be here before you until our voices are heard and our demands for the improvement of the infrastructure and the quality of life are realized.
Exigimos se tomen en serio todo lo que nuestra comunidad está viviendo y actúen en favor de la gente que tiene décadas viviendo aquí en San Bernardino y no han sido tomados en cuenta para nada.
We demand that you take very seriously what everybody who has been living in this community is expressing, and that you act in favor of the people who have been here for decades in San Bernardino and have not been taken account at all.
Ustedes no viven aquí. Las comunidades del aeropuerto sienten los impactos ambientales y la falta de recursos en esta comunidad por las decisiones tan absurdas que ustedes toman.
You don't live here. The San Bernardino communities are the ones who are feeling the environmental impacts and the lack of resources in our community because of the absurd decisions that you have taken.
En la junta pasada, unos miembros de nuestra comunidad hicieron preguntas sobre algunos proyectos.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, Maritza Andrade.
I'm Maritza, and I'm here to stand with the San Bernardino Airport communities. In your roles at the IVDA, it is your responsibility to listen to the community and to respond to their needs. But I was here at the March meeting, and I saw firsthand how you take any possible route to avoid accountability to the community you are supposed to serve. What I saw instead was that you make excuses. You use false justifications to hide behind, and you avoid speakers by going on your phones or whispering to each other. Politicians, developers, and logistics companies conspire to fill this area with warehouses. They take up land, wear down our roads, pollute our air, and you approve it all under the justification that you're bringing good jobs. But I work directly with warehouse workers, and I can tell you that these are not good jobs. They don't pay a living wage, they're not dignified, and they're not even safe. And that is your
Thank you very
contribution
much.
to our community.
Ma Gonzalez, please.
Hola, buenas tardes a todos.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Mi nombre es Ma González
My name is Ma Gonzalez,
y soy residente de San Bernardino desde ya 19 años.
and I'm a resident of San Bernardino for 19 years.
Y estoy aquí en apoyo a la comunidad, a las comunidades del aeropuerto.
And I am here in favor of the airport communities.
Pues me preocupa mucho la vivienda. Ustedes saben, la vivienda es algo para nosotros indispensable. Estamos viendo que la vivienda es una crisis tremenda.
I am really concerned about housing. You know that housing is something that's really important, and it's in crisis right now.
Para pagar una renta, los miembros del hogar tienen que trabajar 3 o 4 personas para poder sacar los gastos de una casa.
To be able to pay rent, the residents have to take 3 or 4 jobs to be able to pay for the rent of that home.
Y aún así llegan los desarrolladores y los quitan, los sacan, los expulsan, los tiran.
And even then, developers show up and just excludes them, displace them, get rid of them.
Lo único que quedan ahí son bodegas, ciudades industriales,
The only thing we have left are warehouses, industrial cities,
camiones.
trucks.
No hay áreas verdes.
There's no
Queremos
green
ver
spaces.
más áreas verdes.
We want to see more green spaces.
¿Dónde quedan nuestros hijos, los jóvenes, nuestros nietos? ¿Dónde jugarán?
What about our kids? What about our youth? What about our grandchildren? Where are they going to play?
Por eso y por muchos motivos de esas mismas circunstancias es que estoy aquí y seguiré en apoyo a todas nuestras comunidades.
That is one of the reasons, one of the many reasons why I'm here, and I will continue supporting our community.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Tanya Gonzalez.
I'm Tanya. I'm here to stand with the San Bernardino Airport communities. It's been a while since I've been here, and honestly, 1 minute is not enough, and I'm very disappointed in that. But I'm here to demand for you to listen to the residents living in the area who are impacted by the projects you approve constantly. How many times have we been here telling all of you that this infrastructure project is not really benefiting community? We know this project is a gateway to bring more industry into this community and eventually push people out. Why are you pushing so hard in approving these projects, destroying this community, when people living here have come to you time and time again, giving you the solutions to how you can make their community better? But I mean, this isn't the only community you guys destroy. You guys sit in your city councils, you sit in your county board of supervisors, and you destroy multiple cities in the IE at the same time. I also want to address how the airport is supporting the kidnapping of multiple people in my community.
Thank you
because
very
you're
much.
letting the military tanks come in through the airport.
Okay, Felix Huang.
Good evening. My name is Felix. I'm a researcher with the Warehouse Worker Resource Center. The ultimate point of economic development in an area should be that the people who live and work there benefit from it and see an increased quality of life, which means the need for zero displacement policies, because then the residents would no longer be able to benefit from that economic development. As far as the jobs that are supposed to follow from such development, it's critical that these jobs are high-road jobs that pay a living wage and guarantee safe working conditions. Unfortunately, that is not the current reality in warehousing. First, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median wage of warehouse jobs fall $2.50 to $7 short of what MIT researchers say would be the living wage in the IE. Second, according to OSHA data, warehousing and logistics in the IE continues to see notably higher serious injury rates than that of other industries in the IE, nearly 2 times higher. Therefore, the infrastructure corridor project and subsequent projects it is enabling should be accompanied by zero displacement policies and enforceable measures around high road job standards. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Jose Rosales?
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es José Rosales. Tengo 32 años viviendo aquí en el área de San Bernardino. Vivo en la comunidad de San Bernardino. Estoy aquí porque me preocupa mucho el futuro de mis hijos y mis nietos y las nuevas generaciones que vienen. La contaminación en mi comunidad a causa del incremento de la industrialización. Tenemos una oportunidad nuestra de la comunidad para hacer de nuestra ciudad y nuestro vecindario un lugar mejor para vivir. Necesitamos una reducción de la contaminación del aire y más espacios para que nuestros niños jueguen, los adolescentes. Necesitamos estas cosas porque merecemos vivir en una comunidad con aire limpio, aire puro, para evitar en el futuro enfermedades que se derivan, enfermedades respiratorias del pulmón. Por eso formo parte de las comunidades del aeropuerto de San Bernardino. Que los residentes podamos alzar juntos nuestras voces, que tomé tiempo de mi día para estar aquí, para que sepan que la comunidad está mirando lo que está pasando. No es aceptable que ustedes votaron por este proyecto de desarrollo sin la participación de la comunidad. Estamos aquí ahora y les pedimos que escuchen a la comunidad. Gracias.
Good evening, my name is Jose Rosales. I've lived in this community for 32 years. I am here because I'm worried about my future and my children's and grandchildren's future. I'm worried about the pollution that is in my community due to the increase in this industry. We have an opportunity to make our city better and our neighborhood better, a better place to live. I am here because I want a reduction in the air pollution and more green spaces for our children. We need these things because we deserve a clean community with clean air that prevents from everybody getting respiratory illnesses.
Thank you very much. Pascual Garcia?
Buenas tardes a todos. Yo soy Pascual García y vivo aquí en San Bernardino, en la comunidad del aeropuerto, desde hace 40 años. Y yo les pido a ustedes que necesitamos calles seguras, aire limpio, y hemos hablado con la comunidad para que todos tengamos una comunidad limpia y próspera para vivir. Pero antes aquí no había bodegas, hace 20 años. Ahora ya están llegando todas y nos están perjudicando a todos, nuestros hijos, nietos, a todos. Y yo quisiera pedirle a ustedes que tomaran acción en estas cosas. Gracias.
My name is Pascual Garcia. I've lived here for 30 years. I am here because we deserve safe streets and clean air. I've talked to the neighbors and we all say we deserve a better place to live, and we demand that you take action. 20 years ago, there were no warehouses here, and now they are everywhere. Do something about this.
Thank you. Rosario Quiros?
Buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Rosario Quiroz y pertenezco a la comunidad del aeropuerto de San Bernardino. Y hablando con mis vecinos me di cuenta que tenemos una preocupación en común. Y es que la infraestructura en nuestra zona está bastante deteriorada, ya que no contamos con banquetas y las calles no están debidamente pavimentadas, pues no podemos salir a caminar sin el riesgo de caer en un bache y rompernos un brazo o una pierna. Yo creo que tenemos derecho de caminar por calles seguras. Por eso he tomado parte de mi tiempo para asistir a esta junta, dejarles saber que estamos pendientes y vigilando sobre la decisión que ustedes tomen. Eso es todo.
Good evening. My name is Rosario Quiroz, and I am a part of the San Bernardino Airport communities. Speaking to my neighbors, we realize that we have an issue in common. We know that the infrastructure in our zone is fairly deteriorated. We don't have sidewalks, and the streets are not appropriately paved. We can't go out and walk without the risk of falling in a pothole and breaking an arm or a leg. We have the right, we deserve to be able to walk on clean, on safe streets. That is why I have taken time of my day to be at this meeting and let you know that we are watching you. So make sure you know that every decision you take, we are watching.
Minerva Navarro.
Buenas tardes, soy residente local de San Bernardino, me llamo Minerva Navarro, vivo en las comunidades impactadas por la expansión del aeropuerto y estoy aquí hoy porque me preocupa mi vecindario. He estado hablando con mis vecinos y participando más en las comunidades del aeropuerto de San Bernardino porque quiero mejoras en mi comunidad. Tenemos una oportunidad en nuestra comunidad para hacer de nuestra ciudad y nuestro vecindario un lugar mejor para vivir. Nosotros necesitamos rutas de camiones, queremos vivir en una comunidad con calles seguras y no dañados por el tráfico pesado, con áreas verdes donde puedan jugar nuestros niños y los adultos puedan hacer ejercicio. Tenemos derecho a vivir un lugar digno y estamos aquí para exigir nuestros derechos. Por eso formo parte de la comunidad del aeropuerto de San Bernardino, para que los residentes podamos alzar juntos nuestras voces, y hoy tomé el tiempo de mi día para estar aquí y para que sepan que la comunidad está vigilando. Estamos cansados de que San Bernardino sea el pueblo olvidado.
My name is Minerva Navarro. I am a resident of San Bernardino. I live in the communities impacted by the airport expansion, and I am here because I'm worried about my community. I've been talking to my neighbors, and I've been participating more in the San Bernardino airport communities because I want improvements in my community. We have an opportunity at this moment to make our city better, our neighborhood better, to make a safe place to live. We deserve truck routes, clear truck routes. We want a community with safe streets that are not damaged by the heavy traffic. We want green spaces where our kids can play and the adults can go out and exercise. We have the right to live in a safe and good place. We are here to demand our rights. That is why I'm a part of the San Bernardino airport communities, so that the residents can come together and raise our voices. I took time off my day to be here so that you know that the community is watching you. We are tired of San Bernardino being the forgotten town.
Jose Solorzano.
Sí, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es José Solorzano y yo también soy miembro de aquí de esta comunidad del aeropuerto de San Bernardino. Y yo vengo a tocar un punto muy importante debido a que yo vivo aquí y yo soy afectado también en cuestión de todo esto movimiento. Por lo tanto, en la calle Las 5 caminan bastantes trailers y yo digo no más trailers, porque estos generan bastante ruido, no dejan ni dormir a veces, y luego un riesgo también para todos los que caminamos. Como testimonio, he pasado aquí por Las 5, me he paseado ahí, he paseado mis perros, y veo que no se puede caminar por la calle y también no hay banquetas para caminar. Entonces es un peligro bastante para toda la comunidad, para los niños y los que van a las clases también, los escolantes. Entonces he hablado con varios de mis vecinos y caímos en la misma conclusión, que necesitamos más seguridad en ese aspecto. Entonces el peligro allí está. Para nuestra salud es muy importante que disminuya todo ese tipo de camiones, porque nos generan mucha contaminación. Entonces eso es lo que les vengo a sugerir, que lo hagan, por favor, tengan atención en esto. Para eso es no más camiones, no más contaminación y no más ruido, que es lo que deseo.
I am here. My name is Jose Solorzano. I am part of San Marino Airport Communities. I just want to ask for no more trucks, no more pollution, and no more noise. 5th Street is a danger. I have gone out to walk my dogs, and there are no sidewalks. That is unsafe, not just for us to walk, but also for the children who go on their way to school. So I am here to say no more trucks, no more pollution, no more noise.
Thank you very much. Anna Solorzano. Anna?
Hola, buenas tardes. Soy la señora Ana Solórzano. Soy miembro de la comunidad del aeropuerto de San Bernardino. Vivo en la zona afectada. Estoy aquí porque me preocupa mi vecindario. Mi lucha es vivienda digna para todos los habitantes de San Bernardino y Highland. He estado hablando con mis vecinos, participando en las comunidades por todas las necesidades. En general, urge proteger a nuestras futuras generaciones, a nuestras familias, personas mayores y niños. Queremos hacer de nuestra ciudad un lugar digno de habitar, seguro, limpio, reducción de la contaminación, sin agua maloliente. Necesito esto por mi salud y para todos los afectados de esta comunidad. Por eso estoy aquí con mis vecinos, mis compañeros de la comunidad del aeropuerto de San Bernardino para alzar la voz y ser escuchados. Tomé tiempo de mi día para esto y estén enterados. No es aceptable que voten por un proyecto de desarrollo sin tomarnos en cuenta a nosotros como habitantes afectados. Pido que nos escuchen y juntos vigilamos y no nos vamos.
My name is Ana Solorzano. I am a member of the San Bernardino Airport Communities. I live in the affected zone. I am here because I'm worried about my neighborhood. My fight is good housing, quality housing for all the residents of San Bernardino and Highland. I've been speaking to my neighbors and we've been participating in the airport communities and we see all the needs. We need to protect our future generations, our families, the elderly, and our children. We want our city to be a place where it is safe to live, clean, with a reduction of pollution, without stinky water, without pollution. I need this because I deserve it for my health and all of the people affected in our community. That is why I'm here with my neighbors, with my community members.
I believe it's Deo Gracia Cornelis.
Good afternoon. My name is Deogracia Cornelio and I am a health educator. I've been a health educator for the last 2 decades in Southern California. And I am here today because I am an educator who has participated in some of the training and many of the meetings of the San Bernardino Airport communities. And what I find is that it is hard to convey and to get people involved in taking care of their own health when we have authorities in our communities that are directly, intentionally, it seems, hurting people. We know that all the conditions that the community have listed here affect public health, affect people's health, individual and collective health. So when all these things are wrong, when people don't have safe housing, when the jobs are bad, when people don't have a safe place to walk and to live their lives, then we know that, of course, people are going to get sick. So
Thank you very much.
I support them.
Maybe Acosta.
Buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Mavi Acosta. Vivo en la ciudad afectada.
My name is Mavia Costa. I live in the community that is affected by the airport. I am here today because I'm worried about my family. I've been talking to my neighbors and we have been participating in the San Bernardino airport communities because we are worried about pollution. My grandkid is often sick. I want clean air. I want clean water. We have an opportunity right now to make our city a better place to live, to make sure that our neighborhood is a good place to live. We just demand a reduction in the pollution and clean air. We need this because we deserve a clean, a healthy, and good quality of life, free of pollution.
Thank you. Lizette Torres?
Hello, my name is Lizette, and I'm a community member deeply concerned about our collective well-being. I've been inspired by the folks behind me at the San Bernardino Airport communities and the folks who couldn't be here today, and inspired by their love for their community as well. I'm here to remind you and to not let you all forget that we are all ailing. We are ailing from poor air quality due to traffic congestion, to our disgustingly close proximity to warehouses after warehouses. We're ailing from the dangerous jobs in warehousing, which are the only ones we seem to have access to. We're ailing from a lack of walkability and green spaces for us to play with our kids, for old folks to work out, to do their neighborhood walks. We are facing a dire lack of care from the people who are supposed to be serving us. So, we're here to demand for community-centered solutions because we deserve to live healthy and dignified lives. We demand that our tax money be used to invest in our community, not to fill the pockets of industries or of people. A beautiful, thriving neighborhood is possible. It starts here and it starts with us.
Kathy?
Hello, my name is Catherine, and I'm a member of the San Bernardino Airport Communities, who is appalled that you would vote for this development project without listening to the community first. I spend more hours walking the streets of San Bernardino than my local city, more time with many of the residents that you see here than with my family, and I'm here to speak on behalf of the workers at the nearby Amazon warehouses who will be hurt by the IVIC project, who have organized in the last few years to fight for a better living in San Bernardino because they know that major companies can afford to give them better. While the warehousing industry has expanded immensely in San Bernardino, these same workers' livelihoods have not. Instead, many have found themselves injured and living with chronic pain that now keeps them from working, and many are working multiple jobs to put food on the table. What San Bernardino needs is to invest in the infrastructure that will directly improve workers' lives, things like a job center. I urge you to put the local community's needs first and put an end to developers' projects.
Everardo Zazueta?
Hi, my name is Everardo, and I'm part of the San Bernardino Airport Communities. I'm here today because I've been speaking with my neighbors in the surrounding area around the airport because historically our community has not been heard. Our residential homes have been rezoned to light industrial, and this is after dozens of people were displaced throughout the years in the area. We are at risk today of being displaced and replaced with warehouses. You recognize the area as Gateway South, but I grew up and many of the homes that my friends and fellow classmates lived in were destroyed in order to make way for these warehouses and the developments that you approve. We need to reduce the air pollution in this neighborhood and improve the street safety. This April, the American Lung Association ranked San Bernardino County as one of the most polluted counties to live in. That's why I am part of the San Bernardino Airport Communities, as I stand in solidarity with my neighbors right beside me. We need to make sure moving forward that the IVDA represents the community's interest, not our displacement.
Thank you. Milagros?
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es María. Vivo en la comunidad de San Bernardino, en las comunidades del aeropuerto. Estoy aquí hoy porque me preocupan mis hijos y mi familia, mi vecindario. He estado hablando con mis vecinos y participando más en las comunidades del aeropuerto de San Bernardino para que garanticen que las viviendas sigan siendo residenciales y no queremos más bodegas, por favor. Eso nos está dañando.
y que haya apoyo en las personas adultas, educación y tecnología. Tenemos una oportunidad en esta comunidad para crecer y de nuestra ciudad y nuestro vecindario un lugar mejor para vivir. Necesitamos un centro de trabajo y calles más seguras para nuestros estudiantes y para nosotros mismos. Merecemos calles alumbradas y con banquetas seguras. Por eso formo parte de esta comunidad del aeropuerto de San Bernardino, para que residentes podamos alzar juntos nuestras voces. Tomé tiempo de mi día para estar aquí, para que nos escuchen y que sepan que la comunidad está vigilando. No es aceptable que ustedes voten en proyectos de infraestructura sin la participación de la comunidad. Estamos aquí y ahora y les pedimos que nos escuchen.
My name is Maria. I live in the San Bernardino Airport communities. I am here because I'm worried about my children, my family, and my neighborhood. I've been talking to my neighbors and participating more in the San Bernardino Airport communities, and I want to make sure that our neighborhoods continue being residential, that are not substituted by warehouses. We want support for the elderly, we want education, and we want technology. We deserve all of this. We have an opportunity to make our community a better place to live, our city a better place to live. We deserve a work center and safer streets. I deserve streets that have lights.
Thank you very much. Yesenia?
My name is Yesenia. I live in the Highland. I am here today because I am concerned about my neighborhoods. I've been talking to my neighbors and getting more involved in the San Bernardino Airport communities because I want sidewalks, not to walk on the streets or to worry about getting run over. I have an opportunity in our community right now to make our cities and neighborhoods a better place. We need more space for kids and safer streets. We need things like these things because we'll be helping a lot of kids. This is why I'm a part of the San Bernardino Airport community, so residents can lift up our voices together and I took time of my beautiful day and to be here to just know that the community is watching. This is not acceptable that you guys voted for this development without the community's input. We are here today to asking you to listen to our communities. Bye.
Thank you. Carolina Sanchez?
Hello, my name is Carolina Sanchez, and I work in San Bernardino. I'm a co-director with a coalition of 8 organizations called Just San Bernardino. I'm taking time out of my very busy day to be here because I'm concerned about the developments that are happening in and around San Bernardino. Yeah, people's homes and environment are at stake. There's an opportunity right now for this group to make things better and to improve the community and make it a better place to live for the residents. We need and deserve more green space, safe and clean air, infrastructure that serves the people behind me, and we need that to be codified in a community benefits plan with enforceability. This community is engaged, as you can see, and they're watching you.
Thank you. Miriam Nieto?
Hello, everybody. My name is Miriam Nieto. I am co-director of Just San Bernardino along with Carolina. I am here today because this is the city where I live in. I've been living here since 2007. And I am here because we do not have enough job opportunities in the neighborhood. And that's just been the truth for the past decade and so since I've been here. I also am taking I have been talking to my neighborhood and getting more involved with San Bernardino Airport communities. I've been engaged with them, and they, as you can see, they are engaged and they are very much in knowledge and educated on what's taking place here. So we're asking that we want you guys to really be mindful on what you guys bring to this space. It needs to be community center. It has to be done with understanding of how can children be a part of that conversation as well, or how are you guys building for the children? And I wouldn't say Joe Baca,
Thank you very
Sandra,
much.
Mario, Jesse, you guys Fretcher, you guys have all been here in this community,
Thank
and
you.
please build something for our community, not just for industries.
Okay, moving on to board member comment. Any comments from the dais? Seeing none, we are adjourned. We'll see you in August.